So, what is up, boys and girls? It's your boy coming at you with another review, and this time I'm gonna be checking out Path of Wuxia in terms of my review. I have been playing this game since it was only on year 1, and now it has all the way up to year 3. As far as them adding anything extra, I am very unaware because I haven't looked into this game at all ever since I finished it, and I did a short series on up to year 3. I never finished it, but I will get back to that, and I will do full 1 to year 3, but it will only be for new game plus players. So before I get into the review, as I mentioned in a bunch of my other videos, you need to finish the game once, following a spreadsheet to help you get as many chivos as possible. So when you hit on new game, you'll have 150 foundation points, and you'll have a bunch of cool traits to choose from. So yeah, that's gonna make it a lot more fun for you to do, and a lot more interesting, I suppose, because yeah, you can crank the difficulty up and stuff and have a good time. But yeah, that's my short on my plan for the game. As far as the review itself, we'll start with the cons. I don't like being stuck in a hub. You know what I mean? Like, I like to explore, like what Wushu Chronicles lets you do, where you have an open world, you can go and do stuff and just go wherever you want, and then you could come back to class and you have a time limit. You'd be like, you gotta be here by like April something and whatnot. I do understand that that concept does not flow very well with how the game is structured and designed, but I would have appreciated if they did something of that note as a DLC after year 3. Like, they did that in Tale of Wuxia. Like, cool, keep me here, I'm learning in the sect, I'm doing my thing, but I'm a big boy now, let me go out there and smash. You know what I mean? Like, just let me go out there and smash, let me do my thing, you know? So, that would be on the whole hub situation. Number 2, there's no real, guidance on how you can get these chivos, so we're reliant on the people who translated the game for us. And again, big shout out to them, thank you, and good job on everything, for them to have shown us how to get all the chivos and all that shit. The next thing is, this is more to do with the game itself. You can't bond with all the characters and learn their story in one playthrough, because you also need to make sure that you're strong enough to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So I would have appreciated if there was not more time within the year 1 to year 3, but if you could somehow take those interactions with the people you chose to bond after year 3 and see how that plays out, because you've spent all this time with them and shit, and you're emotionally invested and attached into their story. So I'm very curious to see how it could be taken further, for me personally, but that's just for me, The martial arts are fairly varied, but not as much as I'd like to have. You know what I mean? I would like more, but that's my beef with all martial arts game. I always want more. I want them to be so much you can't fit it. You can't think about all of them. You can't remember their name and shit. But here I'm kind of going through the same ones over and over again. You make a build centered around 3-4 skills, and then you go to town. Granted, you can swap weapons and do all that stuff, and I've seen it done that way. You can swap from staff to fist, then to sword to blade, according to what the situation dictates and shit. And I get that. That's cool. That's neat. But I just want more. You know what I mean? That's just me. As far as the cons, the grid system is okay. It's a bit too whitish. I would like if I could change the color a little bit to make it a little bit darker and stuff, so I can just see something that's not so strong on my eyes, because I am colorblind. So for me, colors and stuff is a big problematic. So if they could have a colorblind mode or something, that'd be really good for me personally. But I think that's most of the cons covered. I'm very much a pro of how the game's structured with the year 1 to 3, and that you have exams and everything, and then you learn more about your companions and the people that are in the same year with you. As far as the story itself goes, I think year 1's fantastic. It leaves me wanting to know so much more. Year 2 also does a fantastic job of making me want to know more. And then year 3, A lot of people say that like the story falls off, but like for me it was good. I just feel that like if you're not playing it like in a succession, you take like a little break for like a week or two, you forget about the plot, and then year three slaps you so hard, you're like, what the fuck is actually happening? You know what I mean? So I don't think necessarily the story of year three is lackluster. I think it's good for what it is, but for me the most upsetting part is that it doesn't go past that. I want to see what happens next, and to see if like, because that would validate how I feel about year three. Because if it doesn't go any further, then it's kind of eh. It's not necessarily lackluster, but it's like average. You know what I mean? Average storytelling. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the story. Um, Overall, the quests are cool, but this is a plus and minus for me, that you can do like zero turn quests and shit like that actually give you a lot of useful shit. Like, how the fuck would you know to look and all that shit? Like, there should be more direct hints that like, okay, now it's time to do some quests, or like something, maybe not necessarily like hand holding, but like at least some tips in some form or another. Like, there's zero turn quests. I didn't even know there's fucking zero turn quests until like I actually looked through the spreadsheet to get all the chivos so I could do a new game plus guide. You know what I mean? And I'm the type of person, I like to play it blind and then I do whatever, you know? So me playing it blind for the first time in year one, yeah, I got the traits for like the good and bad ending for the first year. Like, you know, if you know, you know. I'm not trying to spoil the shit for you. But other than that, it was like the quests were like a big plus and minus for me. I like it that there's zero turn quests and I get free rewards and shit. But at the same time, I wish that I had a better way of finding out about them. You know, like the game would given me a tutorial with a zero turn quest. It's like, yo, watch out for these. You know. Other pluses, the traits and the skills. Even though I say I want more, it's solid. Like, it's good. The only thing that like I'm a minus on is that I wanted to learn some specific skills and inners from people, like from the evil eye dude in year one. No spoilers, you know. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so I don't spoil. Like, I want more of his inners, of what he's cultivating, and then develop that further than just the base shit that you get. And I wish there was a way where you could learn his martial arts, or like study with him and like try to, you know, maybe side with him in the story, or like, you know, go do some crazy shit with him, you know. Like, more interaction with people outside of the school would have been good for me. Other than that, the graphics, even though they're cartoonish, I already said this, I'm cool with that. Like, for me, it's not a big deal. But I can understand that people want more, like, maybe fancier, I don't know if that's the word, but like, you know, more modern graphics, so to speak, in the game. But yeah, again, that's like ice cream flavors. Some of us like chocolate, some of us like vanilla. It is what it is, man. Just, you know, the game's really good for what it is. I hope that they add more content to it after year 3 at some point or another, or they make a Path of Wuxia 2 or something that would be the continuation of the story, maybe on a new system, different graphics, you know. Like, they have options to do this shit. But then, how would you translate what happened in Path of Wuxia 1 to Path of Wuxia 2? You know what I mean? So yeah, there'd be that. Other than that, do I think that you should buy the game? Yes, you should buy it, but only if it's on sale. Like, it's not worth full price. I bought it full price because I was super hyped, and there was like nothing else at the time to play that was like Wuxia themed of this caliber. And yes, it was bang for its buck. I enjoyed it, don't regret it. But now with Christmas coming up and all the sales coming up, yeah, I think you should just check out a sale, grab it. Maybe you get this and Wandering Sword in a little bundle. Banger, straight banger. So yeah, that's kind of like my take on it. I really enjoyed the game, I had a great time with it. You should try it out, totally worth your time. So with all that being said, thank you guys for sticking around. Make sure, you know, you let your friends know about the channel if they're into this shit, because, you know, I'm just trying to get this stuff out there to people and, you know, have a good time while doing it. So for all of you that have been around for a long time, thank you very much, and, you know, have a great day, y'all. I'll catch you later. Peace.